How are you? One more time for Paul. Make it loud for him. Getting you guys buttered up. How are you? How are you? You guys are wonderful. I want to apologize to that table right there. I came through the curtain with too much emphasis, and I hit your pizza with my curtain, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that's ever been washed. So I would skip that slice right there. Eat the rest of it, but that one slice, you should leave that one. I came out, I don't know, he said my name, and then there's music, and I've always been a pro wrestling fan, and I was like, and I'm like, oh no. That's how you know I wouldn't be a good wrestler. You're not supposed to break out of character just because you hit someone's pizza with a curtain, you know. You don't see that a lot in wrestling. Like, oh my goodness, are you okay? You're supposed to be like, yeah, and your mother too. Like, that's the energy. And that's not my natural go-to. Those are big Cokes, ladies. I like that. It's like a small pitcher of Coke. Wow, all right. Every night I'm surprised by what people are drinking in the front. There's white wine in a bucket. I love it. Last night someone sat there and they were drinking tea. Just tea. I don't know if that's normal for you, but it was weird for me, all right? It was the late show. It starts at 10 o'clock. I come out, she's pouring tea. Like she's about to read a book by a fireplace or something. And I'm like, all right, I like you guys, though. You guys live your lives the way you want. You got the whole bucket of beer. I love that. You're like, well, I only want to talk to the server once. So, you just drop the bucket off, and we'll see where we get to by the end. I like it, man. I like Calgary. It feels like you guys can do what you want here. You know? Yeah. Drink Coke out of a pitcher. Have tea at midnight. You know? Get a bucket of beer. I like it. It's good. This is my second time coming to Calgary. The first time I came was in 2018, and I didn't see any of it because it was February, and I'm not from cold climates. I grew up in San Diego, where it's 70 degrees all around. I don't know what that is in your weather, but like today, like what you had today, it's like that over there all the time. So I came here, and I didn't know about winter shoes. I just wore my regular shoes. I didn't know there are different degrees of shoes. And apparently my shoes were too thin. The club was downtown. I had to leave the hotel, and my feet were like, no. I had thin socks. I didn't even know they sold thick socks. I learned so much on that trip. Everyone's friendly. Some people you don't want to be friendly in this town. I remember last time I was here, I took the train to get to the club from the hotel, and I was sitting across a guy, full-grown adult, and he had a bucket of candy. And he's just nibbling on some candy on the train, full-grown, like me, paid his taxes, regular guy, just eating a bucket of candy, and then he looks over at me like, do you want some candy? I was like, I think I've been trained my whole life for this situation. Like, you ever learn something when you're a kid and then it just flashes back in that moment? You're like, no. And that's exactly how I said no. Like a 6-year-old just got invited into a van. No. Mommy said not to. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was like very polite about it. I was like, I'm still getting off at the next stop. And I don't care how thin these shoes are. But it's nice. I feel bad because I didn't see the city again. Yesterday I got in late, so there wasn't an opportunity. But today I had a plan. I was going to go. I'm a big wrestling fan, and Bret the Hitman Hart opened a bar in a casino. And I'm like, I'm going to that. And that was my plan. I've been planning this since Monday. I'm like, I'm going to go to that bar. I originally wanted to have lunch there, but they don't open till 4. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll leave at 3:30, take an Uber over there, and I'll be the first guy at the bar. That must happen a lot. That's what wrestling, you know? That's most wrestling fans are dorks like me in their mid to late 30s that are like, I'm not over my childhood. I'd like to come in. I won't order much. I'll stare at the walls. And maybe I'll ask small questions, annoying little questions. Does he come in often? Like, just little, does he happen to be in today? I don't. But I ended up not going, because I'm also at the age where I don't want to do anything. You ever do that? You ever take a shower and lay down and you're like, we're done? And then you look at your watch, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and you're like, we are done. I was so comfortable today, if my room wasn't just right there, I don't think I would have made it to the show. That's how comfortable I was today. I went to the gym, got a little workout, and I went back to and I watched Roadhouse. It was great. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, it was my first. Not the original. I've watched the original many times, but the remake that came out. I know it's a year old, but I'm finally catching up, and it's great. I just like, well, I don't know what it is. I watched the movie, and I just want to slap men now. And like the opening fight, Jake Gyllenhaal just open hands, like 5 guys, and then all the women at the bar like, oh my God. And he was like, another one, you know? And then he took him to the hospital, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. Next person that crosses me, I'm going to give him a little. But you know I wouldn't, you know? It just means I'm going to the elevator now with too much energy, you know? You ever do that? You ever watch like an aggressive movie and then you go out into the real world when people are nice, and now I'm just in an elevator going down from the 6th floor all the way to the 1st with 2 senior citizens just waiting. Just waiting. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get a little bit of Zoltan right now? I've been watching Dalton kick some ass. It's my turn. It was weird because it is a manly movie, but he is shirtless most of it. And it's weird because I'm not, but I'm still like, well, don't put a shirt on. You know, like it's that weird in between because he is in such good shape that I'm like, I feel like I'm at a museum looking at like Michelangelo's David or something. And you're like, man, I didn't know. How do you get that part? How do you get that muscle? Is that this machine? You do that a lot? And then no bread? And then this just comes in? How do you get abs on your ribs? That's so impressive. It's hard enough to get them in the front. How do you get them on the side like that? What do you got to do for that? Conor McGregor was in there. He was playing himself, I think. I think he was just being himself. And the opening scene is just his ass for way too long. Like long enough to where I'm like, is this movie for me? Like they just kept zooming. It was almost like the editor was playing a trick on men, like just to see how long they could get straight men to stare at Conor McGregor's butt cheeks. How about this angle? Get the drone. Go around him. Oh. Anyway, it was a very manly afternoon. Watched Roadhouse on the laptop. I had college football on the TV. Then my wife called and I was like, hi, sweetie. You know? It was very manly till right at the end. It was good. I don't like doing anything. I'm not a real go-getter anymore. Pretty comfortable. I just want to be left alone. I think that's my new goal in life. It used to be success, and now I'm like, I just want to be left alone. They're like, do you have what it takes to make it? I'm like, this is enough. I have people come up to me and they're like, oh, it'd be great if you played theaters and you were on Netflix. I'm like, I like it where the club's in the hotel I'm at. I don't know if that's lazy or what that is, but I'm like, I don't know a lot of theaters that have a hotel up top where I can just go bing and then I come down. And then I was like, I was just watching Roadhouse. Because it took long enough to get to this level. This is fine, you know. Like everyone here is so nice. The hospitality, like all the servers, the manager over here, he's so nice. They keep bringing me stuff. Like there's so much stuff in that green room. It's like a whole vegetable tray and like dip. I don't even know what kind of dip it is. It's green. It's delicious. It's like green ranch or something. I don't know if they shaved an avocado in there or what they did. But I love it. And I know you guys are like, yeah, isn't that the norm? Isn't that how you're normally treated? No. Usually I'm in a dark room, no light, and it's not even a green room. It's just a shed in the back. And then the manager comes by and hits the door with a stick, and then I come out. Try not to knock anyone's pizza over while I make an entrance. I remember the last time I was in Calgary, I was working at another club. It wasn't this one. And the people that owned it were so mean. They were 2 brothers, and they were mean to me. And they like wouldn't let me order anything off the menu. And then at the end, he made me a plate. He didn't ask me what I wanted. He just put some food together and goes, sit down, eat. And I was like, what is going on right now? Are you teaching me karate? Like, what is this? It's It's like he just let me out of the basement and he's like, you eat protein now, all right? And then later we're gonna work on abs on your ribs. That's what we're gonna do. Now you gotta be that clip on the internet for the rest of life. I love those clips too. It was a Canada clip that I loved. There's a guy, I'm gonna get this wrong, so maybe you can correct me, but I feel like the National Health Board here in Canada was trying to give like alcohol guidelines to where they were like, hey, drink less alcohol. Like, I think they were like 2 beers a week. That's all you should have. And they interviewed some guy who just came out with a bunch of beer. And they're like, what do you think about the new guideline? He hadn't heard about it. He's like, what? And then, I don't know if you guys saw this interview. And they were like, yeah, the new guideline's 2 beers a week. He's like, that's not going to do anything for anybody. He was just so blunt. He's like, 2 beer? That's not even going to do anything. He also said it all Canadian. Like, he didn't say beers, he said beer. Just with the R at the end. He's like, 2 beer? That ain't going to do anything. What's that going to do for you? Nothing. I should be able to have 4 beer in my own home. By the way, why is the government telling me how many beers I can have? He goes on an impromptu rant that is like the alcoholic's version of Martin Luther King. It's one of my favorite clips on the internet. And then when the interview's done, like the news person's like, all right, thank you for your time. He's like, wait a second. And he does a trick where he's got a fake tooth and he pulls his fake tooth down and you can see it just sticks to his tongue and he goes, you can't handle the tooth. And he leaps. That's one of your countrymen that I just described. And I think he should be the mayor or whatever. I want to meet that guy. I want to have 2 beer with that guy. My favorite. I love that. This is a big year. We did a lot of traveling. I think that was my favorite part of the last 12 months. Because normally I only travel to do comedy. Like if there's not a microphone and a check waiting for me, I just don't go there. You know? If anyone's ever been like, have you ever been to, huh? And I'm like, no. And I probably won't until they get comedy going there. But my wife likes to travel, so we've been traveling. Went to Italy, obviously, for the wedding. That was great. Went to Asia last November. We spent 2 weeks in Asia. We spent a week in Bangkok, Thailand, and a week in Bali, which is amazing. We flew 32 hours for me to find out I don't really like Thai food. What a weird way to find that out, right? Right to the source. I was so shocked because I thought I loved Thai food. I love Thai food here in the United States. I have it all the time. Tom kha soup, coconut milk soup, that's my favorite soup. Love that. Penang curry, that's my favorite curry. Of course, pad thai noodle, the classic, I'll have that any day of the week. And then I flew all the way to Thailand, I had it there, and I was like, oh, you're making it wrong. Like this, where can I get it authentic? Where do you guys make it authentic? I wish I was making that up. That's exactly who I was over there. Like in my head, I thought I was gonna be like an Anthony Bourdain type, wearing cool clothes and trying everyone's food, making friends, drinking beer. No, I was just an American in a Hawaiian shirt going, ugh. You guys have any Pepto? And I needed it too, man. I had 2 weeks of diarrhea. Consecutive, which I broke my old record by a full week. And it was a record I was never trying to break. I was happy where that banner stood in the stands. But I had to come out of retirement, show these kids what's up. Had to throw on the gym shorts one more time. And it hurt too, man. After the 3rd day, my wife, hypochondriac, she's like, you should go to the hospital. And I'm like, I will die with dignity in this hotel room before I ever go to a hospital. Like, really? Where emergencies happen? I'm supposed to go in? It won't stop. No. You don't go to the hospital for that, all right? Drink some Gatorade, cancel some plans. That's what you do. You're like, yeah, we're not doing that tour today. That's a lot of stairs. Nope. But she's like, no, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to seek medical attention after 3 days of the runs. I'm like, that's impossible. She goes, no, for real. I go, no way. She goes, Google it. So I Googled how many days of the runs until you should seek professional medical attention, and it came up. It said 3 days. Isn't that the worst thing that could ever happen in a relationship? You have a disagreement, and one of you goes, Google it, and Google's like, yep, they were right. That's the worst thing that could ever happen. But the great thing about Google is if you don't like the first answer that comes up, you can keep scrolling. until you find the answer you wanted to find all along. Because I'm Googling and she's like, what's it say? I'm like, it's really vague, baby. I don't know. And I'm just looking. I'm seeing 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Let's go. And then I found the answer I wanted to find. It was in the comments section of a Reddit forum. It was just one guy who's like, I've had it my whole life. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Look at this hero, baby. 48 years young. He's doing all right. A little dehydrated, but he's kicking. It was such a lame trip. I remember my favorite part of the entire trip to Thailand is the bathroom we had in the hotel, because we stayed at a high-end hotel, and this hotel had a Japanese toilet in there. I don't know if you guys know about Japanese toilets. You're already clapping. You have a look of satisfaction already on your face. For the rest of you that don't know, these toilets, they do all the work for you. You don't even look back there, all right? You just worry about front-of-house business. They take care of back-of-house for you. And I didn't know that. I was in a rush. I just sat down, and while I'm sitting there, I noticed there's all these buttons on the wall, and each button has a drawing of what's going to happen back there if you happen to hit one of these buttons. And listen, I'm a human being with natural, curiosities. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. But I'm also a little tepid. I'm a little scared sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, you know? It's like, what if I love it, you know? Like, what if there's no going back? You know what I mean? What if I miss my flight home because I'm stuck in this hotel room just like, another round, Johnny? Like, you know what I mean? What if this changes my outlook on life? And then I noticed they had a second set of buttons. Underneath, it was numbers 1 to 10. It was how hard you wanted the water pressure back there. So I started at a 1, right? At a 1. It's my first day at the gym. I'm not maxing out. I'm just hopping on the elliptical for 10 minutes, getting a little sweat on the brow. That's all I'm looking to do. So I started at a 1, and I'm like, well, hello. And about 90 seconds later, I had that thing pegged out, and I'm like, yeah! Game changer, dude. I've never had a toilet change my mood before. Like, I sat down in a bad mood. I got up in an amazing mood. Like, colors were brighter. I was more optimistic. I felt taller. God, I love that toilet. Sometimes I would sit on it when I didn't even need to go. I just treated it like an afternoon coffee, you know, like a Starbucks at 3 p.m. just to get through the rest of your day. I'd sit down, yeah, and I'd bounce off. Let's go look at some more temples, baby. Daddy's got a second wind. Amazing toilet. Amazing toilet. The aim on that thing, just spot on. I just sat down. This thing didn't even know my name. It was like, there you are, right there. It's like, whoa, who invented you? An engineer, probably. Someone who's great at math. What was that equation? A squared plus B squared equals bullseye. We got him, fellas. Send that to the Smithsonian. We're set. I loved it. Then you hit this other button and they dry you off. You were no part of this process. You hit this other button and a hot breath would come out and just, I didn't know I needed that in my life until I had it. And I'm like, well, how do you go back now? How do you go back to toilet paper after you've had that? How do you do that? How do you go back to Charmin after you've had hot breath on your barn doors? You can't. That's who you are now. You're a hot breath guy. Amazing. It's crazy what people can come up with. Like, a human being invented that. A person just like me or you had that idea. And not only did they have that idea, they had the courage to tell someone else about it. Right? Because anyone can have an idea, but it takes a little something extra to look a stranger in the eyes and go, hey, you got a minute? I'd like to show you some schematics. Like, this dude, he had to invent it, and then he had to go get capital. He invented it, then he's got to start a business. He probably had to walk into, like, a Shark Tank type situation, probably with a crude prototype. He made it home, just like a toilet seat with, like, a water gun and a hairdryer glued to it. He had to walk in there all confident. Hi, my name is Phil. I'm looking for $100,000 for 10% stake in, Mark Cuban, can you just take your pants off for a second? This is easier to demonstrate than it is to articulate.